LisaRaye McCoy, your child is broken. Do you have any idea how that happened?
No.
Oh my God. When a woman has a broken heart and a broken soul, and that woman then has children, it's traveling. How do you see the brokenness?
I see the depression. I see a lack of maturity, but I gave her a pass because I wasn't the maturest.
Well, I'm supposed to break my neck and be when everybody else want me to be there?
You ain't present anywhere in your life. The lights are on and nobody's home.
Is LisaRaye's daughter really saying what we think she's saying? And is she finally opening up about her true relationship with her mom? Because from the looks of it, things aren't as perfect as they seemed on TV. Most of what we know about Kai Murray comes from LisaRaye's old reality show, The Real McCoy. On the surface, they looked like the picture of a loving mother-daughter duo. LisaRaye was always praising their connection, constantly saying how close they were. But now, it looks like that was all for the cameras. Kai recently hinted that their relationship is not what people think. She made it clear that most of what viewers saw was just a performance. And the part that really shocked people, she's claiming LisaRaye has always seen her as competition. That's a huge claim. Everyone knows LisaRaye can be a little dramatic sometimes, but to be jealous of her own daughter, that's something no one expected. It's honestly sad to hear that things have gotten this bad between them. People are surprised because the show made it seem like their bond was unbreakable. Kai is LisaRaye's only child, born from her relationship with Kenji Pace, who's always stayed out of the spotlight. No one really knows much about him, not even what he looks like. After Kai was born, LisaRaye went on to marry former NFL player Tony Martin. That marriage didn't last, and she later tied the knot with Michael Missick, who made her the first lady of Turks and Caicos. That didn't work either, but through all of that, Kai has always been there. After her last marriage fell apart, LisaRaye returned to Los Angeles and jumped back into the spotlight by creating a reality show. LisaRaye, The Real McCoy came out in 2011 and was meant to show the real her as single mom, actress, and businesswoman. Cameras followed her and Kai around as they shopped, laughed, and shared tender moments. Viewers loved it at first. Everyone thought, wow, what a sweet relationship. But as the show went on, some fans noticed things that didn't feel right. LisaRaye kept talking about how close they were, and it didn't seem like normal closeness anymore. In some scenes, people felt uncomfortable watching how physically affectionate they were, especially one moment where LisaRaye kissed Kai in a way that had folks online raising their eyebrows. It wasn't a typical mom and daughter peck on the cheek. Viewers were confused, uncomfortable, and started asking questions. Now that Kai's speaking out, those past moments are being seen in a different light. It's making people realize that maybe everything wasn't so picture perfect after all.
I promise you, then I can do it.
You can see. Oh, really?
Lisa was sucking on her daughter's face like she was her man, and it was giving obsessed and not in a good way.
On LisaRaye, The Real McCoy, Lisa has decided to celebrate her daughter's 21st birthday by hiding 21 $100 bills all over her body and making her daughter find them. After the icky scavenger hunt, Lisa gets a kiss from her daughter for each of the $100 bills she finds. I just wanted to prepare you. This is a mother and a daughter, and we did not add the porn music.
If she was gonna get all that money, I was gonna get all my kisses. Next.
Even when people questioned her actions, LisaRaye didn't back down. She stood by her choices, saying Kai was her one and only daughter, and she believed there was nothing inappropriate about the way she showed love.
This is my child, and this is what I know for damn sure came out of me. So you can never love your child enough, you know what I mean? So I just try to show every parent out there that you can really just love on your kid until they're 20.
But
what LisaRaye didn't say during all those emotional moments on camera was that their close relationship might not have been as real as it seemed. According to what's now coming out, a lot of that so-called mother-daughter bond may have just been for the cameras. When filming stopped, their connection reportedly wasn't as strong or genuine. Kai is truly LisaRaye's daughter, and there's no doubt she's always been beautiful just like her mother. On the reality show, we saw LisaRaye taking on the role of a supportive mom, trying to help Kai break into the modeling world, especially as a plus-size model. LisaRaye even used her own contacts to open doors for her. But even while helping, she often found ways to make everything about herself. She would show up to Kai's gigs and try to take over the spotlight. Sometimes the crew had to politely remind her that the event was about Kai, not her. LisaRaye would also say that Kai was lucky to be her daughter, implying she owed her success to her
She's
name.
embraced who she is. She's embraced her curves. She's embraced her thickness. I love that about her, but she's definitely, benefited from the perks of being.
Maybe LisaRaye was right about one thing: being her daughter definitely opened doors for Kai. There's no denying that having a famous mom helped her get noticed. But according to Kai, the reality of having LisaRaye as a mother was far more stressful than people imagined. She explained that instead of just being a mom, LisaRaye treated her more like a project, trying to mold her into a younger version of herself. It felt less like support and
I think there was a little competition going on with Kai and I, as far as how it made her feel growing up behind me.
more like control, as if Kai wasn't her own person but someone her mother could shape to match her own image. On camera, LisaRaye came across as the loving, fun mom who was deeply involved in her daughter's life. But off-screen, Kai says, things were very different. LisaRaye was often wrapped up in her own world and didn't always make her daughter a real priority. Kai recalled being sent away to boarding schools, sometimes without a real reason. Their communication would suffer, and the distance between them only grew. At the time, Kai tried to believe her mother was just busy with work and life, but the lack of attention and care left her feeling forgotten. As a teenager, Kai admits she might have been a handful at times, but instead of guiding her with patience, LisaRaye responded by sending her away, which hurt more than she let on. Later, when the reality show started, Kai felt like she was once again being used, not seen. Even on the show, LisaRaye couldn't help but take control. She got involved in Kai's modeling and personal life, claiming it was guidance. But to Kai, it felt like her mom was more focused on competing than supporting. When LisaRaye made the comment that Kai only landed jobs because she was her daughter, it left a deep mark. To Kai, it was a harsh reminder that she was still stuck in her mother's shadow, no matter how old she was or how much she tried to step out on her own. LisaRaye might have claimed she was just trying to help or protect her, but the way she said things often made Kai feel small and unseen. It felt like LisaRaye always needed to be the main attraction, like she had to shine in every room, even if it meant dimming her own daughter's light. Even though LisaRaye talked about wanting Kai to be successful, there were signs she didn't really want her to become more successful than her. That jealousy, that quiet competition, was always there under the surface.